everyone. Welcome to another Escapement Show. How are you doing, everyone? Hope you're well. We've got the esteemed JCB. We've
Cheers,
got
boys.
Abdul
See
R
you.
Watches and the master of the Lunar New Year. We've got Y2K, and he's gonna just bless us to start off with. Do you want to explain what's gonna happen, Y2K?
Yes, so I'm going to just say some phrases in Mandarin, but I will translate it to English. So it's typical because today's topic is about the year of the dragon. We're talking about dragon watches as well. So we are still in the midst of the Lunar New Year. So with the two oranges, if for those of you who have Asian friends, Chinese friends specifically, and you want to wish them well, you just give them two oranges for each person in the family. And for the married couples, you can give the kids red packets. They're like red envelopes with any amount of money in it. So without further ado, I would just like to say 恭喜发财，万事如意，祝你们身体健康. So basically, what I just said was, I'm wishing you all of you prosperous in terms of your finances, and also for your health to be good, and also to prosper in all other aspects of your life.
Oh,
Thank you, guys.
Thank
Thank you
you.
very much.
And,
That's
and,
lovely.
and
Thank you, buddy.
if I knew Mandarin, I'd say the same thing back to you as well, Y2K. But I'll just say back
Me
at
as
you,
well.
pal. Thank you.
You just say that again. What was it? What was the blessing?
恭喜发财 will be the easiest one. Gong. You said it gong. You know the word
Gong.
gong?
Gong.
CXI.
See?
Yes.
Gong
Fa. FA.
Gong Si
Fa
Fa.
Tai.
And chai. CAI. There you go.
Gong
You got
Si
it,
Fa.
Thomas. You got it. Yeah.
Gong Fa.
Gong Si Fa.
Gong
Yes.
Si Fa
Gong
Tai.
si fa cai. Yeah, that's the one. Yeah, you got it. You got it.
Tai Y2K.
Thank you.
Yes,
Thank you. And to all of you guys and our lovely viewers.
and to everyone in the chat. So I'd just like to welcome a few people. We've got the Watch Apprentice. Don't forget to thumbs up, guys and gals, and have a great show. Thank you very much. We've got Kevin Hawthorne in the chat, always a stalwart viewer, getting up very early in Lakeland, Florida. Hope it's
Hi,
nice
Kevin.
and warm there. Yeah, we got Mick in Florida. Thank you for getting up,
Hey, Mick.
He's having insomnia this week. Oh, sorry
Hey,
about that.
Mick.
He thought he'd join us live, and got a good friend Mason One. Yeah, only be here for an hour because he's off to watch the footy. Which team do you support, Mason? That'd be interesting to know. And Lucha Patek Mark, great to see you, Lucha. Snowy Pittsburgh. Oh, yeah. Have you been cleaning snow all morning? Or all night, should I say? Oh. And Mason's got his Pioneer Swiss Mad Red on the wrist. Awesome red dial.
Nice.
Beautiful red dial. That's a good Chinese themed watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gorgeous watch.
Very nice.
Speaking of on the wrist, what are you guys wearing? What's going on?
I'm wearing the red themed watch that I have, the Zodiac. It's called Bony Zodiac. It's a Polish company. Makes enamel dials. So
That looks
that's
cool.
the reddest I have.
That.
Yeah, real nice.
Let me put the dial in.
Oh, you've got your Abdul R Watches polo shirt matching as well. That's awesome.
Yeah,
man.
yeah.
Love it. Love it.
I had a couple of old shirts from my old job, and then I just printed out a badge and stick it on it.
Brilliant. I love that. I love the t-shirt, Abdul R Watches.
Yeah, I thought instead of throwing the t-shirt, because it reminded me of the old job, so I just reuse it.
The Bony Zodiac, that's a Polish brand, isn't it, Bony?
Yeah, it's a Polish brand. They have a Selita in the back, hand
Lovely.
wind movement. It's
Nice.
a really nice watch. You should check it out. They have really cool dials. Yeah.
And you're selling some watches, aren't you, at the moment? So
Yeah. This one is for sale as well. The Seiko GMT is also for sale, and the Anordain. I'm just trying to loosen up the collection a little bit, get some liquidity. But This one I enjoyed wearing so much, but yeah, I just have to reduce them because I'm not wearing all of them.
So if you want to head over to Abdul R Watches YouTube channel, check out his videos. He's got videos on his watch sales, and check it out. So Y2K, what are you wearing?
So I actually was contemplating because I don't remember I have a red colored watch, but I do have Chinese movements, which are the seagull movements. So afterwards, somewhere in the show, when I go back upstairs, I will pull out my seagull watches. I think two of them. There's seagull movements, but today I've been wearing my Hamilton Ventura, the black one. I think this is the they call this the Elvis or something. See,
Yeah.
that's what happens when you don't start wearing your watches. You start forgetting what was this about. I know that this was like the Elvis edition or something, but it's got wrist time today, so this is the watch I'm wearing today for. Yeah,
Right.
Man, that's cool in black. It's got a real like Debatoon or something vibe to it. I like
very
it, man.
nice profile, very comfy to wear, very nice and flat.
Cool.
Yeah, something different if you like it. Yeah, recommend this watch to you guys as well.
Super cool.
What you got on wrist, JCB?
I just wearing the Breitling today, man. Just the Transocean, just pretty boring. Nothing
Ooh,
nothing new for me. But
On the mesh looks really cool.
yeah, just on the mesh. Yeah, nothing crazy. I don't have anything red or, but I'm drinking some red wine, so that's my contribution to the dragon theme today.
I had a new incoming piece the other month, and I'm wearing it today. It's my new Datejust palm dial.
Ooh,
Boom.
wow!
that's a killer.
On a
watch.
Jubilee
Really nice.
bracelet.
Cool. Very nice.
Very nice. Such a
Very
classic.
nice.
36 mil. It doesn't really catch light. Can't really see the dial here, can you?
Yeah, I can see
Yeah.
like the shadows of the leaves. It looks really nice. From some angles, it looks like a plain Jane Datejust, and then when you move it around, you can see the somehow the leaves form.
Yeah, so that's my watch I got on. Really enjoying it at the moment. Still it well.
Yeah.
Will do for a long,
Has it
long
been getting
time.
much wrist time, Thomas, that one, since you've
Yeah,
got it?
it's been getting quite a bit of wrist time. Yeah, loving it.
Yeah, nice.
It's really
Yeah.
nice.
Yeah, I've always told people the 36 millimeter from the Datejust is, if you wear it, you will understand why they made it in 36. It just wears so good on everyday basis.
So Mason one's telling us he's a Liverpool supporter. That's why he's got the red dial on his watch. We've got AMG in the chat. Good to see you, AMG.
AMG, hi, buddy.
Good to see you, AMG.
And yeah, just a bit of chat going on in the chat. And yeah, beautiful color, AMG. Yeah, thank you. So yeah, as I said, in honor of Y2K, wanted to look at some watches celebrating Chinese New Year's, which is the year of the dragon, the year of the wood dragon. Apparently, I don't know much about different materials of animals that you have in the Chinese zodiac.
Yes. So you're right, Thomas. This is the other dragon. So apparently, I think there are 12 animals. So that you kind of need to see which one you're in. So I'm actually, I'm sort of like a half because I was born in the month of January. So I've actually got the head of a cow and the body of a tiger. Don't ask me how that is figured, but the elder said you are born in January, so you have the head of the cow and the body of a tiger. So for everyone else, you can actually decipher which Chinese zodiac animal you are based on the year and the month as well.
Yeah. So it's and I realise we're a week late into our celebration, but nevertheless, we wanted to cover some of the watches that have been released. You've probably seen a lot of talks about over the last week, but anyway, it goes. Many watch companies use the Chinese New Year as a chance to produce special editions aimed at the Asian market and use it as a marketing opportunity. So here goes with our first one. And firstly, good morning, Russell. Good to see you. Russell996.
Tom, I think your mic might be a little bit lower. I think the people in the chat were saying the audio is a little bit.
Can you hear me fine?
Yeah, we can hear
Much
you
better now. Much better.
It is a bit low though, Thomas. Yeah, so maybe you can turn it up. I think in StreamYard you can adjust it somewhere.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to take me a while. How do I work that out?
It's in the settings. I think the settings and the
Down the
mic.
bottom.
Then we
Yeah.
click the mic. There's a bar. Just drag it up.
Let's have a look.
While Thomas is doing that, for those of our lovely viewers who like to try Chinese beer, you can try the beer called Tsingtao beer. Tsingtao. Tsingtao beer.
Yeah.
Now, I've only tried it once. It's not too bad, but if you're very curious to try Chinese wine,
Yeah.
Chinese beer because it's Chinese New Year, try the Tsingtao beer.
Yeah, I've had truckloads of that stuff, man. It's nice. Yeah, yeah. Yeah,
Truckloads.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, we used to, when I lived in Canberra a long time ago, and there was a Chinese restaurant we used to go to every Friday after work, and it was just like Tsingtao. It was like
Whoa!
stuff. Yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, it's good stuff. So my zodiac sign Y2K, just in case you're interested, is Earth Sheep. So 1979 is my birth year. And I didn't find May, but it's saying people born in 1979 Chinese zodiac year are the Earth Sheep. So there you go. Is that right? Have you got the list there?
Yes, I do have the list. I just need to find the right one. 1976, as you say?
79.
Yes, you are the goat.
Oh, the goat. Okay.
Yes, you are the goat on this
the goat.
calendar. Yeah,
Man,
you're a
of course
goat.
I'm the goat. It has to be.
Of
It
all
has to
time.
be.
The greatest of all time.
Man, that makes so much sense. Okay. That's awesome.
I just checked mine. Mine is the fire rabbit. So okay.
So that means you're a rabbit. You're the bunny. Now I just need to figure out where Thomas's one is.
I've got my audio as high as possible. I don't know whether that's any better, but I don't know.
Yeah,
whether
I think
I'm
that's.
It's good now, Thomas. It's good now.
Yeah.
So we looked at this Longines in the Moon Phase show, our last show. It's a limited edition of 88 pieces, and I just thought we'd look at it again, seeing as it's brought out for the Chinese New Year. Red color of the dial, very symbolic of the Chinese culture associated with good luck, wealth, festivities, and happiness. 38.5mm case. Gold accompanied with red is also associated with prosperity and happiness. And the moon phase, as mentioned in the last show, is very appropriate for an Asian targeted watch with the lunisolar calendar. Very important in Asia because the years of the zodiac are determined with it. The case back of the watch features a dragon's head and the writing 2024 Year of the Dragon limited edition. Just on there. I don't know whether we can see it closer up. Yeah, just there. Yeah, it runs on basically, they call it an L899.5, which is an ETA A31.L91 base with 72 hours power reserve, and the price is 23,100 Chinese yen, which is equal to 3,250 euros. It's quite a nice watch. I like it. I quite like this one. We like this one. We discussed it last week, didn't we? The couple of weeks ago. Sorry. It's
Yep.
a fairly nice watch.
I think it's like the perfect Chinese New Year gift if you're getting someone a nice watch.
Yeah. Hi, Jamie. Good to see you. And
Good to see you, Jamie.
Yeah,
What up?
it's good to see Brent as well. Good to see you, Brent.
Hey, Brent.
Hey, Brent.
It's a while, mate. So move on from that one, and we've seen that one already, and another one, which a brand we looked at in the moon phase category was Arnold and Son, and they brought out two watches. They released one of these two models is one of the perpetual moons, which we looked at. The Lunar Magna we saw, which is on the left, and the perpetual moon for the Year of the Dragon. And again, the complication's very appropriate, and as according to the Chinese lunar solar calendar, for the new year, usually falls on the second new moon after the winter solstice between the 21st of January and the 20th of February this year, and has already fallen on the 10th of February, I believe. And in 2015, Arnold and Son moved the position of the moon from its traditional position at 6 o'clock to a 29mm wide window at the top of the dial for this perpetual moon. And it features an 11.2mm hand engraved moon with it's available in either 38mm or 41.5 size cases. The Year of the Dragon edition comes with a 41.5mm case, which is polished red gold, and they're black or blue aventurine dials, each limited to 8 pieces, and depicted as a nocturnal dragon with pine trees, and this hand sculpted gold dragon. It's got a manually wound A&S 1512 caliber with double barrels that provide 90 hours of power reserve. And the retail price for each watch is 57,000 Swiss francs. So it's going to cost you a bit, this one. But it's a lot of work gone into that.
It's a good looking watch, though. My God.
Yeah.
That is stunning.
Is that really real gold in there on the dragon?
Oh, yeah.
Whoa.
Oh, my God. That is off the hook, that watch, man. That is beautiful. I think so anyway. I love it. An amazing piece.
Yeah. Me too.
Yeah,
the moon looks so nice. Is it mother of pearl, the moon?
Yeah, I believe so. It was available in blue or black. So it's blue of
man, that one, the rose gold with black. Oh, man.
Yeah, I was just going to say, the black one is perfect.
It's really cool. Really cool.
Yeah, so it's a lovely one, that. But following on the success from the perpetual moon, Arnold and Son launched the Lunar Magna. This one in 2021, which is one of the largest spherical moon phase displays on a wristwatch, and the hours and minutes are indicated on an opal disc at noon, appearing on a meteorite or aventurine dials. The polished red gold case on the Year of the Dragon model is 44mm across with a thickness of 15.9. And a hand-sculpted red gold dragon is coiled around the dial. The lower part of the dragon's body squeezes under the opal hour disc, and its head and torso emerge on the right. And the dragon's claws rest on the opal dial, as it chases a mythical pearl of wisdom, represented by the large 3D moon. And like the perpetual moon, there are two versions of the Lunar Magna, limited to 8 pieces each.
8
One-
pieces only.
8
Oh
pieces.
wow.
Yeah.
8 being a lucky number in Asia.
Yes. 8. Yeah.
Yeah, but look at that dragon. They're not going to be pumping out hundreds of those. Look
Nah.
at that thing. Yeah, that's just amazing.
Wow.
For the Thomas, did you say it's 44 millimeters?
It's
Yeah, 44.1, I think.
Oh wow, this is definitely. If money was not an issue, this would be one because
Yeah,
the diameter already just won me over, and on to top it all off, you've got the dragons, you've got the pearl, the materials is just good enough. I might just swap out that strap for a rose gold mesh. Then I'll have a very nice. Yeah, I know. Yeah, a rose gold mesh with this. Very, very. Yes.
Yeah, that would be cool. That would be cool.
that would be really nice.
Or if you have a red
opal.
leather. Yeah.
Red leather.
Red leather,
would be
red
my
leather.
choice.
Yes, red leather.
Red leather would be my choice. Yeah.
So one side of the moon is crafted from red gold, and the other from peterseat. I'm not sure what that is.
What?
that is, but I think that's the this sort of
Yeah, what's the material?
it's called
It's-
spelled Pietersiete.
Okay.
Pieter? Is it
Petersite?
Point that.
Petersite?
Petersite. Yeah,
Hmm.
it might be something like
Okay.
tanzanite or same family then in this.
And the second has a red, gold, and black onyx moon. So the reverse offers the caliber AS 1021 hand wound movement with a 90-hour power reserve, and the Lunar Magna Red Gold Year of the Dragon retails for 79,000 Swiss francs, including VAT. So this is an absolute beauty, this one.
Oh, man.
Just look at the way the dragon curves round. And have you any? It says it's chasing the mythical pearl of wisdom. Y2K. Do you know much about that?
Generally, dragons in Chinese culture, they have one of the jewelry pieces, just for extra information, that a lot of Chinese people wear on the left side of the wrist is a gold, either it's a lion or a dragon. It's called pishu. You spell it as Pixiu. Pixiu. So the pishu is actually made of pure gold. Okay, I think it's 18K gold or 24K gold. So the whole concept of the dragons and the lion chasing after either like wisdom or for wealth. Normally, you would see the face or the mouth facing towards where either the gold or the pearl or anything of luxury or value will always be right where the mouth will be. And this jewelry, this pishu, which I was telling all of you guys, is that a lot of Chinese people wear on the left side because the left side is associated with your heart. So that jewelry you have to wear on the left. If you wear on the right, which means you're giving money out, because out is always on the right, in is always on the left, so you wear on the left. Yeah, just a little bit of trivia for that.
The in, not out.
Yes, interesting. So the next one comes from a brand which is definitely jumping on the bandwagon for the first time, I think. Usually associated with pilots' watches. And that is Bell & Ross. That's quite an interesting one, this one. It's not getting any bigger. Yeah, usually associated with pilots' tool watches. This BR05, which is their latest model, the BR05. They're not the actual pilot's watches, but it was a integrated bracelet watch they made. They call it the BR05 Art Line. It's different and more special version in the BR05 range, surnamed because it incorporates an artistic element. And Bell & Ross employs a freer hand with this art line range, showing a more flamboyant side. Using a technique that has been used by a few brands over the years, the watch case and bracelet have been laser engraved, resulting in a tattoo-style design. The first time such a graphic design has been used by the brand, the light and shadows emphasize the elements of nature the backdrop to the dragon, which symbolizes human courage and is also a sign of benevolence, prosperity, and good luck. The movement is a BR caliber 321, self-winding caliber with 52 hours power reserve. Time indications on the inside rehort so as not to detract from the design, and the hands are skeletonized and filled with black lacquer, and they're also wavy, as you see, in a wavy pattern. And the case is 40 millimeters with 10.33 thick, and it's 50 meters water resistant and made of polished and satin finished steel with a screw down crown. Only 99 pieces of this model, which is sold exclusively in Bell & Ross boutiques and e-boutiques. And the price is £7,200 on this one. So definitely going for the occasions out there.
It's going for the illegible line, I think. I know that it's 1010, but other than that, it's just for me like too much money for what it is.
Yeah.
I have to agree with Abdul on this. Yeah, go ahead, Abdul.
No, I'm just gonna say for 2,000 euros or something like that, okay, but that amount of money, 50 meters water resistance, illegible dial, you have to be really a fan of the Year of the Dragon to buy one.
This is a baller's watch, actually. To be honest, upon close observation, I think this is a watch that's really meant to be flashy. It does give off a bit of like very like sparkly hue, but for those of you who are going for legibility, I have to say there are some challenges when it comes to legibility for this piece. But you when you buy this piece, it's really just for the sake of, number one, because it's the thing about limited edition watches is that it's always on the price on the higher end. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely.
I reckon this one would look a lot better in the metal than what it looks.
I think you're right, JCB. I think it's not white. It's actually metal.
Yeah.
Black on metal.
Yeah, it's all laser engraved and stuff. So I reckon if you actually saw this one in the flesh, I reckon it'd be quite an impressive looking piece, to be honest. I'm trying to imagine. I'm trying to bring it to life in my head because of this render, and I'm just trying to think of what it would look like in the metal. I reckon it would probably look pretty cool, to be honest. But yeah, I think the price is probably going to be is pretty out there. That's like it's over 10,000 Aussie, which is quite a lot. I think what's a regular BO5 cost? Something like about it's nothing near that. Like it's
I think
maybe
2,000-3,000, something like this.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's like it feels like about 3,000 Aussie for a regular one, maybe.
It's about 5,000 for a BRO5, £5,000.
Oh, really? They're that much?
Okay, that much.
Yeah.
Okay. Shit. They're pretty overpriced then.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are definitely.
Yeah, I think, but just leaving the price aside, I reckon this is actually pretty cool. I don't mind it.
Yeah.
In the recent years, Bell & Ross actually have upped their pricing. But in terms of the materials wise, they do have another watch that actually so-called tarnishes. It looks like it's a bronze watch. I have the picture in my head. it's a bronze watch and it tarnishes. So I've seen it like a few times, and I've always wondered like why would they make a watch that tarnishes? So exquisitely for the Asian market, sometimes buyers do buy very like bronze, right? It has some association with Chinese culture because of bronze itself, so that there's a sense of exquisite, when you have a watch that's really not made of stainless steel, not made of titanium, or nine is it like what was the number 905 or 916 or whatever? So bronze is unique.
316, yeah.
Yes, thank you, Abdul. 316. So sometimes the Chinese buyers might want to buy something that's a lot more like what other Chinese people don't have. Yeah. So Bell and Ross, they actually started shifting in that direction towards a different, catering to a different market and clientele.
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Thanks for that, Mark. I always forget to say that. Yeah, so the next one comes from the brand that you revived, JCB. And that's Blancpain.
Oh, yes.
The
Blancpain.
Villeray tradition Chinese watch. And the Villeray doesn't do very well at this range, I don't think. But in 2012, Blancpain introduced the Villeray, a traditional Chinese calendar, an extremely complex watch fusing the Chinese and Gregorian calendars, complete with a moon phase complication at 6 o'clock that coincided with being released during the Year of the Dragon. 12 years later, and it is the Year of the Dragon again, to mark this 12-year cycle, Blancpain's latest interpretation of its complex calendar watch appears for the first time in red gold and with an attractive green enamel dial, which the offset the functions with greater clarity than the original's white dial. And the Chinese calendar with silver enamel inscriptions in Mandarin is displayed via 3 subdials at 12, 3, and 9 o'clock. And there's also a window at 12 o'clock for the dragon or relevant year's zodiac. So you can just see that just up there. Yeah, the zodiac animal and a leap year month indicator at the 9 o'clock subdial that turns red when the year has a 13th intercalary month. Intercalary month, sorry. Of the Gregorian dates indicated with a serpentine hand and the moon phase at 6 o'clock. 5 years in development, this watch. There are 50 pieces of this special edition, which are powered by Blancpain's caliber 36838, which has 464 components, including a red gold rotor engraved with a dragon and featuring a ruby. And it has 168 hours, which is 7 days power serve, and retails for 73,000 euros, which is a lot of money.
What? Jesus.
That's a lot of money.
It looks really nice, but 73,000 pounds, that's a lot.
I don't even think it looks nice, to be honest. To me, it's just a bit of a... I think I used the word steaming hot mess last week when I was talking about some other one. And with Thomas, with the Chinese calendar at the top, how many years has that got in there? Do you know? Like the very top one, because it's got the dragon, and I think it stays for the year, right? So does it tick over each year into a new thing?
The zodiac animal ticks over. So there's 12 zodiac animals, and
12. Okay.
So that'll just keep cycling round.
Yeah.
The tuning of that calendar is going to be very interesting because I'm actually, as much as the aesthetics a look, I'm sort of like I can hit and miss. But in terms of the mechanism that powers that calendar, I'm very intrigued to find out how that actually works.
Yeah, interesting. And you can see another thing, Y2K, they've put a ruby on the back. Is there any significance with the ruby in Chinese culture and the dragon?
The ruby would be like, okay, the ruby's color would be like a red garnet. For those of you who are very familiar with crystals and stones, the ruby that you see is sort of like a red garnet. So it's almost like the jewels. So like sometimes I think when I first started watch collecting, my assumption of the jewels is like the red things when being the watch collecting for dummies. I used to see like, oh, the red things that you see in the movements are like, oh, this must be the jewels, Yeah. So I know, silly me, but ruby is actually just one of the jewels that are in Chinese culture is considered a red one, which is a nice jewel. But generally, a lot of people would like to have jade. If you know jade, would be like it's a green color stone, jade. Yeah. So I think that's why this watch has the green, but I do not know in actual fact if that green is the jade green or not, because jade is actually worn by a lot of elderly Chinese people.
Got a question from Jamie. So the Chinese calendar works similar to the star sign calendar, except instead of one per month, they have one per year on rotation. I think that's correct, isn't it, Y2K? They have one animal per year instead of one animal per month.
Yeah, so actually, to answer Jamie's question, yes, unlike the star signs, you have Capricorn, Aries, Cancer, they go by months. For the zodiac, the Chinese zodiac, there are 12 animals, and the animal, if this is the year of the dragon, the entire year will be dragon. Then next year will be the next animal after dragon. Yeah.
Yeah.
So one animal, 1 year only.
And does it keep going through this? Obviously, it goes through the same cycle, right? So it's sequential.
Correct. And lots of people would want to have babies this year because Dragon is supposedly a very good year for number one, marriages, and for people who want to have babies in the Dragon year. But do take note that people who are carrying the Dragon sign are also very, very tenacious and very aggressive.
It's meant to be good for love this year, isn't it? It's meant to be good for love, the year of the dragon.
For those who are in the Dragon sign, yes, Thomas, it's good for them. For those in the other animal, other Chinese zodiac animals, they actually have a script which writes about whether this year is good for you to make financial decisions. Should you be making investment decisions or not? Yeah, so there's actually instruction guide for every single year. Let's say if JCB is a sheep, so for the year of the dragon, there will be an instruction sheet for the sheep. They're sheep. They're goat people who are in the goat. They have to be very careful about this year, what they should do, what they should avoid, and basically, yeah.
Bill's counteracting, yes, but it starts in February, so January and part of February this year count for last year. Very odd. That's just a different. It's to do with the lunar solar calendar, Bill. It's to do with moon. The
Correct.
Moon
Yeah.
It's to do with the way the moon's shape, which is how we started telling the time through the sun and the moon.
Your moon phase watches.
It's not odd at all. It's going back to ancient times. It's traditional. It's so this next one is I love this next one. It's a beauty, and it's the Beauvais Recital 26, Chapter 2, Golden Dragon. The golden or yellow dragon is central to Chinese mythology and is the main aesthetic element of Beauvais's most recent Recital 26, Chapter 2 watch, which shows all 24 time zones around the world, so it's a world timer. The solid gold dragon is incorporated into Beauvais's famed writing desk case between the domed hour and minute dial at 12 o'clock, the world time hemispheric subdial, the mother of pearl moon phase, and the flying tourbillon. And the dragon itself is hand engraved before a fiery red ruby, again a ruby, is set into its eye, and the beast is then assembled around the blue quartz dial. Inside the 46.5mm red gold case, so you like this one, Y2K, is the award-winning caliber 17DM02-DT movement, bit of a mouthful, with a 5-day power reserve from a single barrel. And Beauvais will only produce 1 or 2 pieces a month, and the price is on application. So this is absolutely gorgeous. This one, it's a bit small to see. So
Always price on application. That means like 6 figures, right? At least.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh yeah,
Beautiful.
high 6 figures.
as
there's-
Beauvais come and go, I have to agree that when Thomas, you're right. I do like this piece, and the problem with this piece is the pricing. I think for most of us, if we do like a very beautifully sculpted, actually for Beauvais watches and a few brands, their designs are really not just I wouldn't use the word manufactured, but really sculpted. The word sculpted would apply to this, but really for Beauvais watches, I may be a bit biased, but a lot of things that Beauvais produces, I do like them from the get-go. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you.
So
Yeah.
nice.
So
I love
I
it that
really-
they have
I
normal
really-
lugs.
Sorry, Abdul.
Yeah. No, I'm just saying I love it as well, and I love that they have normal lugs, not the normal Beauvais.
Yeah, not the Amadeo
Kirk.
case.
Proper
Yeah,
one.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly.
yeah, I
So nice.
absolutely love this one. World Timer. It just looks gorgeous. Really nice. The gold drag.
And there is a disc on the. Is there a disc on the 9 o'clock where you're moving your mouse where the moon? Yeah.
It's a tourbillon.
Ah, it's a tourbillon. Wow.
So the functions are, it's. I'll just go back to. I'm reading another page.
Yeah, I think there's seconds on the tourbillon, mother of pearl, moon phase indicator. I think the one on the 9 o'clock, that's this mother of pearl moon phase indicator.
Yes, so that's the moon phase indicator to there. That's the moon phase indicator. It's got a flying tourbillon, hemispheric subdial for the world timer. So that's like domed.
Yeah.
That's domed, and then the hours and minutes to the 12 o'clock. The 9 o'clock is the moon phase, and then they'll have a tourbillon underneath there, I think.
The dragon, yeah.
If we just go back to the picture of the movement, you see the tourbillon.
Yeah, you're correct, yeah.
Man, look at that thing. That is just mental. Absolutely mental.
Hand engraving went wild. And can you see this screw head on the 9 o'clock? It's even unsymmetrical straight line, so it's like a waved line. So
Yeah,
you even have to have a special screw drive to open this.
Mm.
Wow, just amazing.
But price on application, I can only think it'll be in the hundreds of thousands.
Yeah. 200, 300, 12 pieces.
I'm thinking for this like 600-700, like Aussie probably, something like that. Like high. We're talking high hundreds for this one.
Yeah.
This would be a lot.
I would imagine, yeah.
Definitely a nice one though.
Yeah.
I do hope they make one in red. The 12 o'clock dial in red, and then get red leather straps. Then you really have a proper Lunar New Year Beauvais tourbillon watch, sir.
So move on to Chopard.
I do notice that Beauvais uses the blue a lot.
Yeah.
Yes, they do, Abdul. Yeah, a lot of blue.
Yeah.
So this one's an interesting one by LUC Chopard, the LUC XP Urushi Year of the Dragon. And one of the horological highlights every lunar year is a Show Parts limited edition Urushi model. Usually made in a run of 88 pieces. Show Part has done the same for 2024. And they also revisited the ancient Japanese art of making of maki lacquer, makie lacquer, sorry, to reproduce a majestic looking dragon on the dial that is clutching a pearl of wisdom again and represents knowledge and spiritual energy. The dragon is pictured leaping through a night sky where the gold flakes are sandwiched between layers of lacquer made from the sap of the Toxicodendron vernicifluum tree. Toxicodendron vernicifluum tree. So I don't know if I pronounced that right. But these unique dials have been produced in the workshops of the century-old Yamaha Hainado company and crafted by master artist Minori Koizumi. A meticulous task requiring no less than 20 hours work for each dial. Housed in a 39.5 ethical rose gold case. Don't know what ethical rose gold is. The watch is powered by the ultra slim LUC 96.17-L caliber featuring a micro rotor, and the price is 30,000 euros or 26,600 Swiss francs. I presume ethical rose gold means recycled.
They shove midgets instead of children down the mine to go and get the.
Maybe it's recycled.
Yeah,
rose
I was
gold.
just gonna say. Yeah, it's some kind of sourcing of the gold is better than getting it raw or something like this. Might be.
So you can see the dial there. I'll try and make that a bit bigger.
That's pretty cool.
But purple, that's not really a Japanese, Chinese color, is it? Y2K.
Purple, generally it's red, dark red, crimson red, and scarlet red would be associated with the color silk. Purple, purple depends, but generally royalty colors are always red, dark green, gold, jade, which is like a jade green. I call it jade green. Purple's kind of more on a unique side, close to almost something that's a bit more youthful. Yeah, for younger generations, they might prefer a purple. Yeah.
Yeah, the dragon looks like a dragon from an anime series somehow.
Good to see you, Dodger. Hope you're doing well, my friend.
Hey, Dodger. Credit is due where creations like these, when they use a very good dark backdrop for the watch face, which actually helps with the legibility. That's one thing I need to highlight to everyone. Is that in terms of serpentine design, serpentine dragon design, or any kind of animal design or artwork in a watch that's using strong bright colors like gold, silver, or crystals, it's always good that they use a darker backdrop to make the whole the watch face actually like pop out, very 3D. You know, it pops out to you. Yeah.
Now, Jamie's chipping in here. Ethical means from minds that are traceable and socially acceptable.
Thank you, Jamie, for that. Yeah.
Have you got a troll, JCB?
No, I just copied. I copied this thing from an article. So Chopard is saying that there's 3 options that meet the criteria for being ethical. So it's certified fair trade gold, certified fair mined gold and recycled gold. But then this guy's saying when you look at Chopard's definition of ethical gold required from responsible sources, blah, 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 like it's broader and less rigorous than what the proper definition of ethical gold is. Anyway, it's just some tidbit from some article that I pulled out.
Have a good enjoy the football, Mason one. Hope your team win.
Enjoy.
Yeah.
Hey man.
Enjoy it,
Hopefully Salah
Mason.
gets a couple of goals.
Yeah, so we'll move on to a bit of a crazy brand that people often make fun of, and you probably make fun of these watches.
Blue.
No, Corum.
Oh, okay. I see where you're going with this, Thomas.
Cheaper price comes Corum's offering. Corum, most imaginative with watch design. It's the Corum Bubble, which was born out of Severin Winderman's fascination of 1960s diving helmets. And Corum celebrates the Year of the Dragon with two bubble model offerings. Firstly, the Bubble 47 Dragon has a night sky, a black dial, and a mother of pearl moon. And above the dial hovers a golden dragon. And that's this one. So, I don't know what you think of that, whether you can make that out as a black sky with a golden dragon hovering above it. Can you see that? I'll try and make it bigger.
Yep. I noticed, as now that Thomas is mentioning about Corum, the one thing I would like to the one thing I want to explain about Corum from my observation is that Corum watches number one are somewhat a little bit on a niche side, but they have a very interesting design concept. And from my observation, Corum likes to build dome watches, okay?
Yeah.
One of the key design concepts is everything is always like a dome, and then everything inside looks like so many things happening inside. So when you look at the watch from the top and from certain angles, it actually looks like you're looking into a big stadium. You know, that's one thing. So I must say that Corum has a very interesting design trait.
Yeah. So this is the 47 Dragon. So it's 47 millimeters. So it's a good size for you, Y2K. And this is our other model, the Bubble 47 Dragon Eye.
Ooh.
Handcrafted relief metal eyes surrounded by golden scales magnifying by the domed sapphire crystal of the watch. And both models are black PVD coated steel, cases measuring 47 millimeters by 18.5 thick. So it's got that domed crystal, as you say, with 100 meters water resistance. Both limited to 88 pieces and are powered by a CO082 self-winding movement. They both come on black vulcanized rubber straps too. And the prices are 6,900 Swiss francs each. Is that too pricey, do you think?
What was it? 6,900.
6,900 Swiss francs.
Can't hear you, Y2K.
Yeah, in terms of Corum watch prices, they can be a little bit on the higher side. But realistically, when you purchase Corum watches, even for this piece or other Corum watches, you're really buying it for purely the design of it, which is actually what I feel. This is my personal opinion, but feel free to disagree. But Corum prices are on a little bit on the higher side. But for this one, is it limited edition or not limited edition? I'm not very sure.
Yeah, 88 pieces.
Okay, so then I would understand why the price would come at this price because it's limited edition. So that means it's strictly for collectors only. Yeah, it's all right for me, but I guess I would want to change the straps a bit though, because it's a bit too the color's a bit too. It doesn't. I like the straps to enhance the watch face. Yeah, for this piece.
Yeah. Thanks for joining us, Mark. And yeah, great to have you. And don't forget, guys, check out Mark's channel, Lutrapetic Watch Talk. As you can see in his avatar, Lutrapetic Watch Talk. He does a great Sunday stream, and it's a really enjoyable stream. Good watch talk and a bit of chat about other topics as well. So check out his channel, please, and yeah, like, subscribe, do all that good stuff. The comment and check him out. So on to a women's watch for the Chinese New Year. We always like to vary the watches on the show. So this one's by Dior. And it's the Dior Grand Soir Year of the Dragon. And since its arrival on the scene in 2012, the Grand Soir collection has fused the distinctive design language of Dior with the meticulous craftsmanship inherent in the brand's watchmaking, representing a captivating homage to ultra femininity, they say, and a vivid celebration of color and texture. These watches are elegantly unveil their intricacies with a refined artistry, featuring a 36mm steel case that has an automatic Zenith Elite movement, so that's a good movement. This new limited edition model celebrates the year of the Wood Dragon by bringing the beast to life in a blaze of yellow gold, accentuated with diamonds and color-matched feathers. So the eyes, 2 Marquisite cut diamonds and 4 brilliant cut diamonds, and it has these yes, as you can see, the eyes are 2 Marquisite cut diamonds and 4 brilliant cut diamonds on the feathers of the eyes coming out. And the watch retails for £33,000. So it's gonna hurt, that one. But the lady below is obviously enjoying it. But don't know what you think of that one. What's your opinion? Is that the kind of thing you buy for the Mrs. Y2K?
This one, I would say, how many millimeters is this one?
36.
36. I would say she would either hit or miss. My missus loves one of the first few watches I bought for her from a very niche brand called Sauville Air Titles, but it's now just called Titus. Yeah, so I think for her this might be all right, but I do not really know if she would actually like this one, because for her legibility is key. So I really need to see this firsthand to be able to make a determination if she would like it or not.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, well, we'll move on from that. And on to the watch that you're wearing, Y2K. We've got a Year of the Dragon version of that.
Oh.
The Hamilton Ventura Skeleton Dragon, it's called. Released in 1957 and a bit of a horological rock star since it was first spotted on Elvis Presley's wrist in the film Blue Hawaii. Hamilton Ventura revealed its inaugural Lunar New Year watch this year with this bold cutaway dragon design. Revealing a stylized and geometric dragon's face, the Ventura dragon skeleton is available in 2 versions, a rose gold PVD case with black dial and green dragon's eyes, or black PVD model with flame red eyes. Both are powered by the self-winding H10S movement, which is a Powermatic 80 base with Nivoricron balance spring. And the watches come on black rubber straps with 3D dragon scale pattern. And the case size is 42.5 millimeters in diameter, 44.6 in length, and 12.3 thick, with an exhibition case back, which is 50-meter war resistant. And the price is reasonable. It's 1,895 Swiss francs. So, yeah, there you go. Doesn't look very dragonish, but apparently it's a dragon's face. It's don't know what you think of this. Whoops.
You have to look at it sideways, I think, to see the dragon. Oh, the black one looks cool. I like the black one more with the red eyes.
This version is actually quite pretty, I gotta say. As a Ventura fan, I've got 3 Venturas already so far, and they've actually gone another notch. Hamilton's gone another notch by making this gold theme. And actually, I've been tempted before, but I've yet to actually. Okay, in terms of legibility wise, Hamilton's done it very well, because sometimes when we look at our watches, if we are to look at our Ventura, those of you who own Venturas, sometimes it may be a bit hard to see, but under certain lights, like white lights, you might not be able to see this dial, but on certain lights you might be able to see the dial. And for this particular dial, I gotta say that they actually done it pretty well in making white hands. Yeah.
What do you think to the black dial? I've still got white hands.
I think because they've actually done it very well in terms of that. Sometimes the reflective coating, I don't know if this. I think they should have the reflective coating. So with the one that you shown previously with the black skeleton one, that one, if the reflective coating is not good, then it might not be very legible. Because at certain angles, if you're not under sunlight, it's fine. But in room light, like if I've got a very strong white light like this on top of me,
I can actually make this out a bit easier. They're the dragon eyes, the red.
I was just gonna say, yeah, the black is more legible for me as well, because the loomed hands.
The dragon's mouth is at the bottom here. The dragon's eyes are there.
These two.
Okay. Now that you zoom in, okay.
So
yes,
the other picture will be the same. It's got green eyes.
Green eyes. Yeah, now I see the eyes.
Okay.
Now I see the eyes. Before I didn't see the eyes on this one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I do like both.
It's actually pretty cool. It actually looks pretty cool, the dragon face.
Yeah. Now when you zoom in, I like still the black one more, but now I can see the dragon much better.
So which do you prefer now, Y2K? The now you can see that. I like the black one actually. I'm with Abdul.
I like the gold one. The black one, it depends. I may or may not like, because I have to see it in real life and put it on. But the gold one, I gotta say, is that
you're just flashy, are you? You just like to flash about with a bit of
hey, okay, I'll defend that statement, because you see, ladies and gentlemen, here's a little lesson on economics. If you're paying $10 for a watch, then you can say, okay, I don't need to be flashy. But the moment you're paying in, the upwards of more than $1,000, I think this would be about 1,900 or 2,000 Singapore dollars, roughly. I'm just guessing. So if you're paying for anything that's 1K and above for a watch, it better be flashy to a degree. Unless, of course, you are looking for a tool watch, which is like a diver's watch. Now, for example, if you're looking at a Zin, I know Abdul loves Zin, so I'm not saying bad about Zin. I'm very careful with my words, but I'm saying that if Zin, let's say they had a gold one, I would go for the gold one too, because I think that maybe this is more of a preferential taste. The gold watches, in terms of, you look at the straps of this piece that you see on the screen, the black straps and the gold, it fits any kind of occasion, and you don't need to worry about it. The smart thing that Hamilton has done very well all the time is always the very unusual case and the gold. This thing is a jewel. It's not just a timepiece; it's a jewel. Whereas for the black one, it's more like, if you actually compare the one that I wear from a distance, what's to stop you from saying that what I'm wearing is the same as the one that you see with the eyes, until you zoom in to see the eyes? So the gold one for me is my first place. The black one I'll put as second place for me to get. Yeah.
Hi, Aaron Fletcher. Good morning. How are you doing in Fairhaven, Massachusetts?
Hello, Aaron.
How do you feel about gold plated watches, Y2K, like gold tone?
Well, that wasn't even gold plated. That was gold PVD.
PVD, right? PVD. Yeah. Actually, for me, I don't know about you guys, but when you get to a certain, not to a certain age, with respect to people of certain ages, but I think when you reach a certain point in your watch collecting and you want to try a different feel, that's where you start to see people. Now, for those who are watching us, and even for you guys, you may start to think, oh, I'm going to go and try gold, but you don't want to go full gold. You try two-tone first, then you go full gold, because you might be afraid, maybe if I wear a full gold, I might look a bit too. Sometimes Chinese people say you look very old if you wear full gold, or you're very uncle-ish looking when you wear full gold. So to compensate for that, like I'm going to get to gold, you wear two-tone. Like two-tone, either it's a Jubilee, or it's an Oyster bracelet, or it's another watch brand that's going to be like two-tone. You'll try the two-tone gold just to see how you feel about the gold. But in reality, gold watches, PVD, or it's like 18K gold or rose gold, it always has a very different feel of it. It doesn't matter how you might be wearing your clothes, but if you have a very good strap with a gold piece, like what we're seeing in the Hamilton, you can pull it off even with black jeans and an orange top, because, and especially with your skin tone too, the skin tone plays a big deal. So if you were someone who was darker in color, gold would be beautiful, because the gold timepiece, especially on darker skin, just really shines. Lighter skin, you kind of need to compensate by wearing something darker, so that your clothes will sort of like accentuate your looks with your watch. Sorry, a bit too wordy there already. Yeah, but that's my answer to you, Jason.
I see what you mean. I see what you
No,
mean.
no, that's cool.
Dark skin, gold looks better on darker skin. Whereas
Yeah, I was more talking about like gold plated or gold PVD versus solid gold. Like in my head, I don't know. I'm just not down with gold plated or something that is like not solid gold, because I always feel like it'll scratch off and you'll have the whatever's underneath showing. You know what I mean? Like, and I get it. Like, full gold is bloody expensive, but I feel like if you can't afford it, then don't have the gold plated one. Just get the whatever you can afford. You know what I mean? It's like a philosophical type of.
Totally agree.
Yeah,
Totally agree.
I think people. It's a budget thing, isn't it? It's what your budget allows. It's if people want to go for that look, it's like you go for a Michael Kors watch. It's gonna be gold PVD. It's gonna be.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like you'll see someone, Thomas, wearing a Michael Kors, and you'll be like, "Oh yeah, that's just a gold-plated watch." Like what it is, and it's just sort of like, you know what I mean? It just doesn't feel right. Do you get what I'm saying? Like that it's not Like it's trying to be something that it's not.
Exactly,
Yeah, but
exactly.
it adds that fashion look. It adds that fashionable accessory
Yeah.
look.
I get the point that GCB is trying to make. I'm totally agreeing with you, GCB. I don't. If I'm buying a golden watch, I'll buy a gold watch, like not a plated one. And
Yeah.
I do agree the same thing. Like, why buy a gold-plated one where you can buy the normal steel? But I guess, like Tom is saying, it's just a fashion statement, or people want to wear something flashy, like Y2K was saying. Like, okay, I have a budget of 1,000, and I want to be the most flashy as possible, so I'll wear the gold-plated one, and I won't care about the scratches. For me, I would definitely avoid any kind of plating, even PVD plating. I don't want, because when it scratches, it will show the bare metal behind it.
Yeah.
I mean,
How about this? Why don't we do a little? Let's do a little show and tell, okay? Because I will tell you guys, you know, for the sake of our viewers, okay? I am going to pull out some of my pieces. So let's start with my Tissot PRX Gold, okay? Now, obviously, this is one piece I quite like, you know. So this is one gold I like, you know. And even on certain days, we would look at this gold. It's still pretty. So let me not burn up too much airtime. This is a watch I also like because it's a guess watch. So it's just gold plated, okay? Very clearly. Right. And then let's go to a bit more of this is teeny weeny. This is it's a classic, but it's in gold as well. For those of you who know what this one is. Props to you. This is another gold piece I quite like as well. It's a Casio alarm chrono. It's a very vintage piece.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah.
And then let's go to my
I love that
late
one.
father and my grandfather's oyster. Okay, this is two-tone. Yeah, so this is another level. So this is obviously a different level already. And then if we go on to my G-Shock gold, this is another one. Yeah, this is this is one that is it? Let me just think. Yes, this was custom made with a G-Shock with a gold plate from Japan. Actually, this is a gold plate one, and then there's another gold one here too. Yeah. So and then this is not the one. This is afterwards, which I'll talk about the Chinese movements. Yeah, but just to let you guys know that in terms of gold, you know, it's really individual. You can wear a Tissot PRX Gold, and then you can maybe try a Rolex or not. So it's really entirely up to you. Yeah.
Yeah, good show. Well,
Cool.
Y2K. Yeah,
Really nice, man.
Yeah, it's just you know, if you want to get fashion accessories, which are obviously Y2K is going for there, you know, you can't afford gold, real gold. I mean, I get what you're saying, JCB. Real gold is the way to go, you know, and if you get a scratch, it doesn't scratch. You don't see different colored metal underneath. And but yeah, well, we'll carry on with the Chinese themed. Here's another one for the missus, which is by Harry Winston. And this year, Harry Winston celebrating the Lunar New Year with a dedicated watch in a 36mm rose gold case with a pearl-topped crown positioned at 12 o'clock. The dial's decorated with an imperial red dragon with a gold scales coated with red lacquer, and the dragon is emerging through fluffy white mother of pearl clouds with a pearl of wisdom in its jaws. It has blue lacquer eye. Diamonds also features indices and a minute track. And the watch is the first in a new collection called Harry Winston Moments, which showcase a gem set double bezel set. The total gem setting on the watch is 174 brilliant cut diamonds, approximate 2 carats. And within the case is the in-house caliber HW2010 automatic movement. Just 8 pieces again will be made and presented in an octagonal Chinese temple-inspired box, which is and the price is on application. So quite an interesting one here. Let's get this bigger.
It's really nice. Mm.
It's nice, isn't it? With you can see the red
Yeah.
dragon
Yeah,
curling
it's
round.
like a work of art. Yeah.
This is purely like
Very classy. Yeah.
what Abdul is
Compare
saying.
this to the
It's
Dior one.
yeah.
We should ask Aaron. Aaron, what do you think? Would you wear that one?
Second,
It's a lady's piece, yeah.
what do you say Abdul, about the Dio one?
Mhm.
You prefer this to the
Yeah, I
Dio
was just saying, compared to the Dior one, yeah, compared to the Dior one, this one is much more elegant somehow. Even though both have gold, both have mother of pearl, diamonds, and so on, this just feels more elegant.
Yeah. It's lovely, I think. Really nice.
Yeah, the dragon's done really nicely on the dial too.
What do you
Yeah.
think, Erin?
Nice.
Yeah. The scales even
like
look
this,
like
Aaron?
leather somehow,
Mm.
right? It's polished somehow to look like it's form of leather.
Is that enamel? Maybe.
Yeah, most probably.
Oh, Erin. There we go. Yes, I would like to buy that dragon watch. So Erin's for this one. Nice one, Erin. Good to get your seal of approval. So yeah, quite a nice one by Harry Winston there. And move on to Hublot. Not everyone's favorite brand, but this is the Spirit of Big Bang Titanium Dragon. And upholding the brand's preference for fusing materials on board its bold-shaped cases, Hublot collaborated with Chinese artist Chen Fenwan to use their Lunar New Year watch as a blank canvas for creativity in design which stems from Chinese art of paper cutting. Chen Fenwan's original paper design has been interpreted on the multi-layered dial and snaking marquetry on the bracelet that comes to life in the dynamic forms of the dragon. The illusion of the Eastern dragon is achieved through layering of the watch hands, gears, and screws to form a 3D silhouette of the beast. As mentioned, the symbolism continues onto the marquetry rubber strap that represents the dragon's scales in pink, blue, frosted grey, and white. In Hublot's interpretation, 9 different animal characteristics are combined from the eyes of a prawn and the whiskers of a catfish to the horns of a deer and the claws of an eagle, so we say. Housed in a tunnel-shaped 42mm spirit case, the watch is a limited edition of 88 pieces and houses the HUB 1710 self-winding movement with a power reserve of 50 hours, which is visible through the exhibition case back, and it retails for 28,000 Swiss francs, which is 30,800 euros, $29,500, or 25,400 pounds, depending on where you live. So, any opinions on this one? Horrible or?
Yeah, I think it has a market for like Chinese, Asian crypto millionaires in their early 20s, maybe something like this. Because
Good one. Good one.
Otherwise, I don't think there are any buyers with some logic to their brain would pay so much money for this one.
You forgot to mention blind being another thing for
Yeah.
them as well. Yeah. Blind
Chinese
crypto millionaires.
Chinese crypto millionaires. I love that, Abdul.
Very good. That's a very good statement, Abdul. I have to agree with Thomas. You really pulled it off very well. If imagine we had Abdul's statement on the marketing slogan for this or this Hublot, I think it'd be quite interesting actually. In terms of this Hublot, I gotta say that as a Chinese person myself, Hublot has always been very tenacious and adventurous with the designs, always trying to be colorful, different. But sometimes I find that they have a few series that do try quite hard to look like a RM, like a Richard Mille, because I think last time when I first started off with watch collecting, when I saw this particular series of in Hublot's boutiques, I was thinking like, doesn't that look like an RM for a moment? I thought it looked like an RM. Then when I went closer and looked at it, I put on the watch. I'm like, yeah, that's not RM. It's kind of very different. But it often sometimes for this series gets itself confused with Richard Mille.
Yeah, good to see you, Pocket Watch Time. Hope you're doing well. It's just Constantine Shaken usually makes the Lunar New Year watch and hasn't announced the Dragon watch. But yeah, again, check out Pocket Watch Time's channel. He's got some great stuff on there. And there's I last saw his State of the Collection, and it was absolutely brilliant. But yeah, he's been featured on lots of videos, and he's got lots of great content out there. He's a regular on Sam's Casual Watch Reviews channel, and yeah, he's got some great content. So check out his channel. So move on. And
Thomas, sorry to interrupt. So while you were showing that Hublot, it's the Spirit of Big Bang collection. Yes.
Yeah, Spirit Big Bang Titanium.
Okay.
Dragon. Yeah. So we'll go for one you might like, JCB. The IWC Portuguese chronograph Year of the Dragon. Classic, slim and elegant, this 41mm steel Portuguese, which is limited to 1,000 pieces, features a rich burgundy coloured dial with a gold-plated hands and applied indices, while the subtle red face is a nod to the colours associated with good luck, celebrations, and prosperity in Asia. Turning the watch over reveals the caliber 69355 column wheel movement as via sapphire case back. The golden widening rotor takes the form of a dragon, and the outer case back is engraved with the 2024 Year of the Dragon. The watch is presented with a pair of straps, one in black calf skin, the other in a burgundy rubber, and is available from IWC boutiques, authorized retail partners, and online at iwc.com. And the retail price is €10,000, 10,100 euros. What do you think of this one, JCB?
Yeah, nice. Always like a Portuguesa. The color is a bit, it's like a burgundy,
Yeah.
sort of. It's not super red. It's got a lot of burgundy, sort of pinky sort of tones to it, which makes it pretty interesting. Something different.
I really
Yeah.
like it.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah. Yeah, I've always liked the
Yeah, it's really nice.
Portuguese. It's nice.
Yeah, I like this one. Really like it. Do you prefer on the burgundy strap or the burgundy rubber or the black strap?
Nah, the black for me.
Burgundy.
Yeah, the black I think is a good contrast. This burgundy's the strap, it looks a bit too pink, like it's a bit too pinky. It's got a bit of it's over feminine for me when you put it on that burgundy strap. But here it's sort of, yeah, like that's like to me, I feel like that's more of a lady's watch.
Right.
Because it's got that pinky hue.
Yeah.
Not that men can't wear
Especially
pink, but that's too.
with the gold hands and gold numerals.
Yeah, it's gone a bit too far into the ladies' vibe for me on the
Nice.
on the on the rubber.
Nice how they finished the rotor off with the dragon sort of sticking out.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah,
Yeah, it's nice.
I like it. It's a nice watch.
Yeah.
Yeah.
One thing about the Portuguese that I wish they would change just a little bit is the bezel. The bezel's really thin, and it makes the dial look really big.
It
I
does.
think if they had have just made the bezel a little bit thicker, it just would have made the watch a bit nicer, I think. That's just, and that's just the thing that's with all the Portuguese, like just generally. With bezels, I think it's a real, it's a real fine line with bezels. You can't, they've got to be the right thickness. And I think when you've got a really thin bezel, it, it just makes the dial look a little bit too big. And that's my only criticism of the Portuguese watch from IWC.
Yeah, it's nice looking, isn't it? Pocket watch time. It's definitely an upgrade from the Hublot. And good morning, Patek Philippe. How you doing, Tanzil? Good to see you in the chat.
Good morning. Good morning.
Good to see you, my friend.
Hey, Tanzian.
Yeah, so that was the Portuguese there. And we'll move on to another one, which is from a well-known brand. And Jamie will like this one because it's a reverso, but a Year of the Dragon one. And this is lovely. JLC's favourite since 1931, thanks to its swiveling head. The reverso has long offered plenty of scope for personalisation with enamel engraving. And for 2024 Year of the Dragon, JLC introduced a new limited edition that is made to order in pink gold, a Métiers d'Art timepiece bearing the image of a golden dragon, set in a grand faux enamel background. The dragon's created in JLC's house atelier, and through an 80-hour-long process known as modelled engraving, which involves the use of 10 different chisels over the grand faux enamel. Looking at the dial side, there's the same black enamel as the case back, while the simplicity of the face is a stark contrast to the powerful image on the reverse. Apply dial markers, a chemin de fer minute track, and Dauphine hands complete the deceptively simple look. And within the case is the caliber 822 that has been used in the reverso since the 1990s and has a 42-hour power reserve. Only made to order, this watch is available through JLC boutiques and is priced at, wait for it, $107,000, excluding taxes. So it's a nice one. There's the chisels that they used to carve out the gold. And there's the dial. And there's the dragon. But for $107,000, what do we think to that one?
Yeah, I know what I'd be buying for 107
That's
grand.
a lot of money.
I hate that.
Yeah.
It wouldn't
A
be
bit
reverse.
too much for it, but realistically, if you are a die-hard reverso fan, then yes. Yeah.
But how do they even justify that price? Like, what is it? Is it the time it takes to do the engraving? Like, what? Like, how the fuck do they come up with that number? That's crazy. That's just
It
crazy.
must be what did they say? It took 80 hours to engrave the dragon.
Hey, still, that ain't 107 grand's worth. I don't know. That's just a lot.
It is,
That's a
isn't it?
lot. That's a lot. Yeah.
I suppose they're going for the what did you say it was Abdul crypto billionaires?
Exactly, exactly, Tom. I think the market is big enough to have a couple of millionaires that are ready to fork out the 100K for that watch.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely.
What about if it was say 50,000? Would it be alright then?
Oh,
Half the price. Would you buy it?
I don't even
Mm,
think 50,000. No.
Like what? Yeah, that's what
yeah,
I mean.
still.
Like what could you
think
put on it? What's a fair value for this?
25,000? 25,000
I
maybe?
think I was just gonna say mid 20s, end 20s.
Yeah.
That's my perspective on it as well.
30 to 35K would, okay, highest would be like 40.
40,
Anything anything that's any above than 40 is already stretching my dollar. 20, 25, 30, 40 is my max. I'm not going to go any higher already. Because if that's the case, I might as well just get a regular reverso, or I get one of those burgundy reverso, which is for the since we're talking about Chinese New Year, then there's one burgundy like red color maroon reverso, which I have seen it before, which is actually also a collector's piece as well. Yeah.
So we'll move on from that then. Too much. We'll move on to the Piaget capsule collection, which is quite interesting. Ironically, the phrase "giving a clock" sounds like the Chinese word
I have to
for...
tell you guys, I'm heading off.
Okay, Abdul, great to see you. Thanks a lot.
See you, bro.
Okay,
So,
Abdul, take good care, mate.
Good to see everybody. Great to catch with you guys. See you later. Bye bye.
Likewise.
See you later, Abdul. Take care.
Take care,
See you,
mate.
brother.
Yeah, ironically, the phrase "giving a clock" sounds like the Chinese word for attending a funeral ritual, apparently. And in addition to timepieces symbolizing the running out of time. So, giving a clock or watch as a gift is one of the biggest no-nos in Chinese culture, apparently. This doesn't deter the watch industry in the Asian market growing for brands, however, and limited timepieces are lapped up by enthusiastic collectors. Piaget's Lunar New Year capsule collection is dedicated to the masculine and feminine energies of the dragon and the phoenix. The dragon embodies the yang, while the phoenix embodies the yin, and together forming with harmonious union that establishes equilibrium, they say. The divine pair stands as an enduring symbol of love, with their union epitomizing the ultimate expression of marital joy. The collection comprises of 10 exceptional timepieces and high jewelry pieces, including exclusive made-to-order cuff watches, each reflecting Piaget's codes and celebrating unparalleled craftsmanship and watchmaking skills. There are two 38mm Altiplano Zodiac references, featuring intricate cloisonné enameling by Anita Porcher. The blue dragon and red phoenix, which is depicted in red and pink and orange hues, were brought to life in gold engraving, adding depth and dimensionality. And these watches, limited to 38 pieces each, showcase a modern and vibrant expression of the Lunar New Year. The capsule collection also includes 4 new high jewelry watches, the 42mm Altiplano high jewelry dragon, which high dragon watches, which are limited to 8 numbered editions, both fine Palion enamel work complementing a gold engraved dragon with red lacquered eyes. The dragon motif continues onto a Piaget Emperador watch featuring a flying tourbillon and captivating gold engraved dragon winding around the case. For feminine interpretation, 2 Phoenix high-end jewelry watches include Marquisite and cut diamonds on a 32mm watch with asymmetrical motifs and limited to 8 pieces each. Additionally, a 4-carat cushion-cut Mozambique ruby is the highlight of a bold signet ring accompanied by a dazzling dragon brooch encircling yellow sapphire sesprotite and spinel stones. And for the first time, the capsule collection includes high jewellery creations, a unique dragon brooch and ring, and 2 phoenix ear cuffs. Echoing the Phoenix jewelry watches, the cuffs have come in diamond and rose gold or ruby and white gold, showcasing marquisite pearl and brilliant cut diamonds. And the collection culminates with 2 made-to-order high jewelry cuff watches, a dragon cuff fringed in onyx and a phoenix cuff dropped in pink rubies, sapphires and spinels. Both cuffs are unique, allowing clients to customize finishes and stones, and bursting with energy, emotion, and a hint of playful irreverence. Piaget's Dragon and Phoenix Lunar New Year capsule collection holds an exciting new cycle for Chinese zodiac, they say, showcasing a maison mastering its house codes has pushed the boundaries of creativity and daring. So they've got all sorts of different timepieces in the Piaget this capsule collection. They've got this one, which has got the Phoenix. I don't know where the Phoenix comes into it. Y2K, is that relevant with the dragon?
Yes. The Phoenix, the dragon, in terms of like so-called like mythical creatures that have the capability of flight. So Phoenix and the dragon, yes, they are associated. So Phoenix, yes, and the dragon as well. Suitable for the dragon, yeah, for sure. Thomas, our audience is saying that your microphone is a little bit on the softer side, so let's turn you up a bit on your volume, shall we?
Turn it up. I can't turn it, but it's on full.
Oh, okay. Yeah, but in terms of the design, yeah, it's the Phoenix. I can understand. Even to the front part when you said about the gifting of clocks to people symbolizes funeral. It's because of the way that when someone says the word in Mandarin, "song zhong," "song" means give, "zhong" means clock. So in terms of giftings, if you are to visit someone's new home and they are of Chinese descent, the last thing you want to do is to give them a wall clock. Of course, obviously, you can dispute and debate. What if you flash a green Rolex box or you flash a Patek Philippe box? Wouldn't the value so-called compensate of instead of that old superstition? So yes and no. It depends on your relationship with the person. So if you're very good friends with that person, you can do that, and they will kind of like overlook the whole like song zhong concept, which is the gifting of clock to tell you when you're going to die. Basically, that's what it basically means, song zhong, which the clock is basically like telling, you're insulting someone to tell them that this is the time that you're going to die, kind of thing. Yeah, but that aside, if you just gift a watch or anything, in modern day and more moderate people, they don't get offended by that. Just wanted to highlight quickly, Bill said, get a reversal and change the plate on the back of a different concept animal. You know what, Bill? If you were working for JLC, I think they might be very interested in that concept. They might even have like every year one different animal. Can you imagine how many people would be spending the money just to get like the whole 12 Chinese zodiac animals? That would just be an epic expenditure. Sorry, Thomas. Back to you, Thomas.
No, I was just showing that's just informative, Y2K. I was just showing a couple of these watches in the collection.
Now that Thomas is on Piaget, they do have, if you go to Piaget's website, they have one, I don't know, is it internationally, but in the Singapore Piaget website, they actually have started coming up with jewelry and watches to go. They have it called the Altiplano Ultimate Automatic Watch. Yeah, which is a novelty item costing 51,000 Singapore dollars. ALTI Plano Ultimate Automatic Watch. Yeah, you guys can go check it out.
Yeah, that's the ultra thin watch, right?
Yeah, the
Altiplano.
Phoenix is an Altiplano one, and this is an Altiplano one as well.
Ah, okay. It might seem the one that I'm looking at is maybe only available in a certain market. Yeah. I'll put I'll send a link to you, Thomas, in
You best
what's.
bring it up yourself and share the screen. To be honest with you,
Sorry?
Hey, we've got Junior in the chat. Hey, Junior.
you best bring it up and share your screen. To be honest with you.
Oh, okay. You keep going, Thomas. I will do that because I'm on my mobile. I'll swap over to my PC shortly. Then I can do that for you.
Okay, so we'll get off Piaget, and I'm more into JCB's ballpark with another chronograph.
Thomas, your volume has just gone down like even more of a step. It's gone down even more. I don't know. Maybe you can bring the mic closer to you or something. Maybe that might help. Or I'm not
Hold
sure.
on, sorry. Hold on.
Yeah. So Y2K for Piaget to do.
How's that? Can you hear me now?
Yeah, that's better. Thank you. I was just going to say, Thomas, like for Piaget to do that full collection of all of those pieces, I think there was 24 or something pieces in that collection. Like they must be pretty big in China. I would have thought. Like they must have a big market there for them to invest in all of that work to put into all of those pieces. You would think that they have a big presence there and they'd be pretty
Definitely.
popular.
Yeah, that's possible. Yep.
Mm.
Okay, let me just pop the link in to the chats or something. The Altiplano Ultimate. Yeah. There we go. Yeah, I've put the one. I don't know if Piaget has.
You have to share your screen. Share your screen.
Oh, share my screen, right?
Yeah.
Hang on a moment. Present, share screen. That one. Let me know if you guys can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. So for this one, under the Chinese New Year series, if you can see here in one of the tabs, the Piaget website, basically they have this Altiplano Ultimate Automatic Watch. Now I have no idea why but they have selected this one to be part of their Chinese New Year so-called like collection and sales. Yeah. I don't know if this is only strictly available in Asia or is it globally available? Yeah.
That just looks like a standard Altiplano, to be honest with you. It doesn't look anything.
Yeah, that's the thing because I don't really see anything that's related to the Year of the Dragon or anything. So I don't really know why they decided to have this for Chinese. Because you can see, look, Chinese New Year, that they put this with the golden dragon there. So
Yeah,
I have no idea why.
I think that's just marketing.
Yeah, I think it's really marketing. Yeah.
Is there nothing on the back side?
Nothing. It's the regular. It's just got the regular Altiplano look at the back here. Oh, yes. Since we're here, I have pulled out. Since we're talking about Chinese New Year, two of my watches that carry the seagull movements. Okay, so this is one of them. That's a Titus. Let me see if I should get this light on. No. Yep. So this is one of the tightest watches, and yeah, there we go. We have. So this is actually in history was a very old Swiss brand, and then what happened is that the management was swapped over, and they got bought over by a Hong Kong company. So now they are actually being owned by the Hong Kong company, and they're selling Titus watches. So the movement inside here is actually a seagull movement. Yeah. Let me see if I can find another one. Here's another piece. You get to see a little bit of my watch collecting history. This was the very first timepiece that I bought just before I went mad with watch collecting. Yeah. So
Cool.
this is one of them. Yeah. Let me see if I can focus a bit. Yeah. It's a bit of a pity because they put that Titus plate, that nameplate thing, and it's blocking the movement, which I'm not quite sure why. Yeah. But in terms of the reliability wise, just a bit of information for everybody. This one actually, the first one I showed you guys actually has a moon phase somewhere. Is it moon phase? Let me see. Yes. So if you look at just above the 6 o'clock, there is sun and moon. I gotta get to focus a bit. Yeah, there's a sun and moon at the 6 o'clock area.
It's a bit hard to see, mate.
Yeah, I think it's blocking it. Let me see. Let me move this one away. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so if you look at just above the 6 o'clock mark, you see a yellow little circle? That is
Yeah.
the sun. And then is it my right or your right? It's stars. So this one actually's got moon face in it. Yeah. But just to share with you guys, since we're on topic of Dragon Year and Chinese New Year, so some Chinese movements that I have owned as well.
One occult's got a question for you. Did you get an Erebus watch?
Erebus? Erebus?
Yeah, that's Jody from Just One Watches brand.
Erebus watch. I need to look up that. I know too many watch brands.
Don't worry, it's totally off topic. It's totally off topic. He's just asking.
Thank you.
It's just asking. We'll get back on
topic.
topic.
That's that Jody's brand, that dive watch.
Jody
Yeah.
from Just One Watch. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get back on topic. So we'll go skip through a few more watches. So this is the BJCB chronograph. I know you like the glass box, and this is the Tag Heuer, the Carrera, the Dragon. Tag Heuer has produced two versions of the Carrera to celebrate the Lunar New Year. One in steel, and the other in rose gold. In gold. They don't say rose gold. The steel version of the watch boasts a sunray brushed silver dial, while the face of the gold model has a pink gold plated dial. Both are adorned with rhodium and pink gold plated indices and fiery red lacquer. And a reverse panda effect is achieved through the red chronograph subdials at 3 and 9 o'clock. We'll check out the colour of the central second hand. The case back features a printed Chinese dragon around the sapphire glass, plus engravings confirming limited edition 1 of 300 for the steel version and 1 of 50 for the gold version. The watch is powered by a caliber Heuer 02 visible through the case back, and is presented in a red alligator leather strap. Just above the date at 6 o'clock is a Chinese calligraphic dragon character, and the watch has an 80-hour power reserve, and the price for the steel version is 6,150 Swiss francs, and the 18-karat rose gold model costing 22,000 Swiss francs. So quite a price difference there for the gold version. Comes in a little box. Don't know what your opinions are on those. What do you think?
I really like them. I think they look fantastic. Yeah, I've been really impressed with the Carrera range. in the last couple of years. I just think they're great. And what I love about this one here is that you can see how it's got that real bicompax look, but it's still got the running seconds at the bottom, but it just blends into the dial. It's sort of, you have to look for it and then you'll see it. Do you know what I mean? If you don't want to see it, it just disappears. But you've got your two sub dials, and then you've got that, the running seconds down the bottom, which just sort of blends in.
Yeah.
Really cool. Yeah, I think I like it a lot.
What about you,
And then,
Y2K?
and here you see the full gold is 22 grand. Compare that to the Reverso, which was what, 107.
107 grand, yeah. It just
So it's
shows
sort of,
you.
like 5 times the price for the Reverso for the gold. Yeah, sure, the Reverso's got a lot more artisanal work in it. I get it, but it just goes to show you the different value. The price range is how it works. It's sort of bizarre, right?
Yeah.
But what do you guys think? What do you think, Y2K?
I think Thomas really can read your taste very well, JCB. Thomas has actually has very good perceptive observation that I think Thomas really knows the red ones, your kind of style, the color contrast that you really like. Yeah. For me, the Carrera line has been something. The Carrera line is something that I would actually, in the future, look towards. But I would like the black the black and yellow kind of like sporty stripes kind of thing, the racing stripe kind of look. Because Carrera is always about. What's the car? Is it the Porsche? Porsche is it the Carrera or something? I think it sounds like a Porsche Carrera or something. So I've
Porsche
always thought that
Carrera.
it was so, yeah, it feels like it's so associated with Porsche and stuff like that.
So I've got a question from Tan. Why is Chinese New Year the chosen yearly celebration the watch companies choose to make specific themed watches for? I mean, they don't necessarily do theme watches for many other global festivities. I think because the Asian market is a wealthy market to tap into, I think it's something like 1/3 of the watch sales go to Asia. So
Thomas is right, yeah.
it's a very lucrative market for brands
Purely the
to
dollars. Yeah, 100%.
monopolize on. So it just makes sense. It makes sense for all companies to at least bring out 88 watches, or something like that.
Yeah, actually, Thomas is absolutely right on all points. The one key thing about Chinese New Year is because people spend, especially for the Chinese market, even the Chinese buyers these days don't just buy regular seagull movements. They've actually pushed a notch up and they want to go high Swiss movements and high end Swiss movements because the spending power that they have has gone up exponentially. So in terms of watches wise, they would love to because Chinese New Year is about buying everything new clothes, new shoes, new bags, new car. Except, well, probably not new job, but everything else is new. So that includes watches as well. So it's only smart, it's only smart marketing move that you open the market up to sell watches to the Chinese customer. And afterwards, I think I will send a link to Thomas. And there is, Seiko actually has launched a very unique piece for I think only strictly to the Asian market, but it also has a red theme. So I'll put a link or I'll share the screen afterwards when the show is about done. Yeah.
Yeah, I think Tan's making an interesting point there, though. Like, the fact is that there's no other sort of global themes or global festivities or cultural events, if you want to put it that way, where there's a watch theme for it. This seems to be one of, or if not the only sort of theme that they have for a watch. I'm sure there must be something. There's a good topic for us to look into, actually. But
I mean,
Yeah.
they do history calendars and things like that, like Abdul Scott, and but
That's more like a
yeah,
calendar, though. It's not like
it's
It's
not
not
like
like a event.
yeah. I just think that I mean, I was watching one channel, saying how he was an Australian, New Zealand channel, saying how he'd given up on Hourglass, and he'd actually gone in and taken his name off the waiting list, and because when he goes to Hourglass, the management had changed the staff over the years, and a long time ago when he used to go in and buy his Rolexes there, they knew him, and he was treated well. But over the years, the staff had changed and the management had changed, and when he went in, he didn't get treated as well, and he said that they were targeting the Asian market only when he went into the Auckland shop, and then when he went into the Australian shop, he said that the
They're all Chinese.
management the management are targeting the Chinese audience more
100%.
than the
Yeah.
home audience. So they would
Yeah.
rather sell to a Chinese person than to a Australian person or a New Zealand person.
You know the ads for the sales associates for their jobs, like the job advertisements, a lot of them say you know prefer to speak Mandarin.
yeah, or
Yeah.
Cantonese, yeah, Mandarin, yeah.
And if you walk into like that's totally true. If you walk into the Hourglass or Monards or wherever it is in Australia, 95% of the sales associates there are Asian background or Chinese, basically. Yeah.
And to top off what JCB and Thomas have actually said, I absolutely agree, because when I was back in 2022, I was in Switzerland, in Interlaken, Switzerland. There was a watch shop there, and being in Switzerland, I told the missus we have to go and see this watch shop along the street in Interlaken. So if I was at Interlaken next time, I will take note. I will probably film where I walked, but I remember exactly where the shop is. And I was thinking, yeah, sorry.
No, carry on.
No, I was thinking, like, if I went to the shop, it would just be Swiss people, Swiss Caucasian people as sales associates. But what happened was I went in, I was like, oh, that's interesting. It's all Asian. I think they are Asian. When I say Asian, I would say Chinese Asian, but I don't know. Yeah. So it's interesting because I was like, oh, shouldn't they be like locals who are working there to sell? So they started speaking to me in Mandarin, and I was like, oh, okay. Then I shall converse back to you in Mandarin. So the first thing they did was look at my wrist, and I was wearing my ploplof, which only some people will know that, so only a certain select people will wear ploplovs. And yeah, but to go back to on point, the Chinese market, even here in Singapore, most of the sales essays are all Chinese people. Most of them are Chinese people, and they cater to, when I say Chinese, it's the China Chinese, not the Singaporean Chinese, because how do you know a China Chinese is the way, the tone they speak, the mannerisms when they walk in the shop. They're normal. I don't want to stereotype, but they're a little bit on the louder side of their speaking, and they come in with LV, Balenciaga, and they're all like, it looks like a whole brand that they're carrying, like many brands all over them. So when they go in, it's really like they put down money and they buy watches in like chunks. Sometimes they bring in cash and they just pay in cash, and that's not impossible. But what Patek Philippe is saying is very real, is that they really have catered. The direction of all the sales is really shifted towards the Chinese customer, because but we do know one real truth is that there's a lot of like dirty money. Okay, now I'll let you figure out what dirty money means. Dirty money that's coming out of China. So of course, for sure, when they're thinking of like one part of it is recently there's a money laundering case. So one money laundering aspect that they try to put money in aside of real estate, cars, is high-end watches and high-end products like bags and everything, just so that the money looks like it's being used. For those of you who know how money laundering works, they need to make that money looks like it's being used for something. So what Patek Philippe is saying is very true. That a lot of sales associates, not just in Auckland or I actually watched that video, Thomas. I know which video you're talking about. I've seen it. So it's true. They are really focusing on the Chinese customers. Yeah.
But I mean, it's the same in the UK. I mean, you see jobs for jewelers advertised, and they say if you can speak Mandarin or if you're Chinese, it's advantageous. And you go to jewelers here, and you see a lot of Chinese sales assistants. So it's common everywhere, I think. It's just anyway. Back onto Tom.
Tom, your mic's just dropped down a lot again, mate.
I can't help
Tom,
this. I can't help it. I don't know what's happening. We're just
oh,
having
you need to come closer to the microphone, Thomas. Don't go away from the. Come closer.
we're just having a Fructus Fucti show. It's thing. Is that better?
Yes.
Is that
You got it.
better?
Yes,
Yeah.
a whole lot better.
What did you
So,
do?
I just pressed them on the mixing desk. So, anyway, we'll crack on.
Oh no, that's heaps better.
Right, so Ulysses Naden, Blast Tourbillon. The Blast Tourbillon was introduced by Ulysses Naden in 2020 and can turn its face to any opportunity, and to Lunar New Year is no exception. To mark this occasion, Ulysses Naden is highlighting the skills of its métier d'art scene and the creation of a dragon that prowls across the skeletonized egg structure of this style. The dragon's hand sculpted in rose gold and painted, and has 5 claws, a form that, according to Ulysses Naden, could only be used by the emperor and the royal family, while the rest of the population had to use depictions of a 4-clawed creature. The dragon is guarding the tourbillon carriage of the UN 172 movement at 6 o'clock, which features a pearl of wisdom at its center. A total of 88 watches will be produced at the costing 95,400 Swiss francs each. And the Platinum Micro Rotor provides a 3-day power reserve. So, again, they're maximizing their price on this watch. 95,400 Swiss francs.
Yeah,
So
heaps, man.
it's a lot of money. But again, there seems to be this impression that Chinese people have a lot of money to spend, like you're saying. People want to Y2K, they want to pump their money into luxury watches, and companies seem to think there's a market for doing that. So, but that's UN's offering.
On that note, Jen, I'm gonna leave you to it. It's getting a bit late here. I've got some stuff to do tomorrow in the morning. So
okay, mate.
Okay, JCB, you take care, mate.
Yeah, love you guys, man. It was always a pleasure chatting to you, and also everyone in the chat. I'll catch you guys in the next one.
Take care, JCB.
Take care, JCB.
Hey, boys.
So this we'll quickly rush through them before so can round up. This one's the Vacheron Constantin Le Cabineters collection, the Griselle high jewelry watch produced last year. This isn't necessarily the dragon watch, I don't think, but it runs alongside the dragon's theme. It was the jewel in the crown of Vacheron's 2023 Le Cabineters collection, and was called the Griselle High Jewelry Watch. The 40mm white gold watch features a grizzle enamel dragon on the dial, emphasizing the significance of China to one of the brand's largest export markets. Adorned with 146 hand-set baguette-cut diamonds, the watch has an ultra-thin 1120 caliber. Grizzle enameling using the grey tones on a dark coloured background requires precision firing in a kiln to reveal the intricate details of the dragon motif. And it's it's interesting, but it's a price on application piece, and as I say, it's not particularly of the dragon watch. So
It's hard to appreciate this because you really have, number one, you have to really like the brand and the design of this piece as well.
I love
Yeah.
Vacheron. I love Vacheron, yeah, but
VC is also one of my nice one of the watches I feel that it's actually been very price friendly to customers. They haven't been like too overly ambitious. VC, in my mind, I've always felt them to do more dressier watches with the Roman numerals and so for them to do this actually is quite an interesting step in a very different direction. Yeah.
Yeah, so we'll go off that one. And we'll go on to my favourite brand of the moment, Breguet. And they've got a couple of offerings. Just when you thought the onslaught of dragon-themed watches was over, Breguet released two a couple of weeks ago. Both bearing dragons on the dial, then their classic model, the classic 5345, situates a beast on a stunning mechanical stage animated by two tourbillons. The two regulating mechanisms are mounted on a rotating main plate, and main plate that indicates the hours coupled by differential gears to determine the mean rate and drive the rotation of the mechanism. The two tourbillons are independent, performing 1 turn a minute using their own gear train and barrel. And the coiling figure of the hand-engraved golden dragon is placed between the two tourbillons, secured to the two barrel bridges. Again, the dragon is featured clutching a mother-of-pearl ball to represent wisdom and power. The gold rhodium-plated rotating plate is decorated with an elegant fan pattern, executing with hand guilloche, and the 46mm platinum case is 16.8mm thick, which is quite big. The exhibition case back shows a caliber 588N1 hand-wound movement with 749 components and 60-hour power reserve. And the plate is decorated with hand-engraved motifs and guilloche reminiscent of features found in traditional Chinese landscape paintings. The watch is a special edition with options to create one-of-a-kind pieces and retails for €817,000.
Oh my.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a banger, that one. €817,000. Yeah, so
I mean, I will only think that it's costing this much, Thomas, because of the effort that's gone into making that dial. Yeah.
it's a lot of money.
Far too much. Even for the classic wristwatch which you showed, in Singapore currency, it's $113,900,000. which is a lot of money for a novelty piece. I mean, yeah, a novelty piece.
With 2 tourbillons and but yeah,
Yeah, with 2 tourbillons. Yeah.
You gotta be wanting to get invest a lot of dirty money to buy one of these. So the next one was the classic 7145, has a crimson, but the back of it's pretty beautiful. Must say, the back of that one, 800 though, it's too much. The next one's a classic 7145, has a crimson grand phenomenal dial with 2 different shades of red on the dial, with a lighter tone used to emphasize the chapter ring bearing the hours. The dragon is engraved in rose gold and applied on the dial, internally capturing a mother of pearl disc and the chapter ring. Oriental themed clouds on the periphery and the Roman numerals on the chapter ring and the railway minute track using golden powder. 12-hour golden hour markers are applied on the interior of the chapter ring and they are open tipped hands. The Rolex gold case is 40mm and ultra thin, 6.9 thick. Sorry. The caliber 502.3 is off one of Breguet's thinnest movements, and the gold roast is decorated by hand and with a guilloche circular barleycorn motif. This watch is limited to 8 pieces and is priced at €82,800. It's still up there in price, but not. It's a tenth of the price. This one.
Oh yeah. This is really a watch that really is the fusion of East meets West or West meets East, with all the Roman numerals, the Breguet signature look, the case design, and the addition of the clouds and the dragon. This is really an East meets West watch. But for the price point and limited pieces of this, it's something that really surpasses what I would consider like, can I really like accept this or not? Yeah, but it's, if you're a Breguet lover, a collector, and even if you just like serpentine watches and all this serpentine theme and dragon theme watches, and yes, perhaps, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I love Breguet, but I don't have 80,000.
I think, Thomas, you have more interest in Breguet's other pieces as compared to the so-called the Chinese New Year season watches that they launch, yeah?
Yeah, definitely. So just a couple more before we round up, and got Frank Muller. This one's an interesting one. The Frank Muller brought out 2 different special limited edition models to celebrate Lunar New Year. The Vanguard Dragon Slim Skeleton in red, green, and multicolored variants, which have a dragon engraving on the case back and lots of diamonds on the bezels. And this offering, which I thought was a little more quirky. This is created in collaboration with Ryoko Kaneta, a Japanese artist known for dreamy paintings that depict cutesy anime-style girls and manga-style figures. And coming in Tiffany blue, this is this 33mm wide Sintre Curvex has a signature tonneau-shaped case. On the stamped guilloche dial, the dragon is reinterpreted as 12 individual characters, each hiding behind a designated Arabic numeral, as you can see there. So self-winding movement is the caliber MVT FM 2536SC, which has 42 hours power reserve. The watch is limited to 500 pieces, while 10 pieces of each colour produced in the Vanguard Dragon Slim case. Both models are released as exclusives for the Asia-Pacific region. And the one we're looking at will cost 18,000 Singapore dollars, equivalent to around 13,400 US dollars. And you can see there it's a bit playful. It's a bit, these dragons are sort of anime characters, manga style characters.
Actually, to further supplement what Thomas is saying, Frank Miller is one of the few brands within their Vanguard collection. If any of you are interested, if you do Google Frank Miller and you type in Dragon watches, the Vanguard series, especially the larger Vanguard series, they have the ones with the dragons inside them. For example, the Frank Miller Vanguard Dragon King. That's one of them with the gold dragon inside with the signature Vanguard case. Yeah. Just thought I'd
Yeah,
share that.
the other ones that they brought out are just diamond-studded bezels with just a dragon on the back of the
Yeah.
case.
You know what, Thomas? Now, actually, Thomas brought up a very, very good point. With those dragon themed design Frank Millers, you might consider that this might be the year where people might purchase more in terms of if they really like the dragon design, they might buy. For those who might want to sell, they might maybe sell. But in truth, for those of you who are very aware and you're very you check the watch price markets and the second-hand price markets, you roughly know where the Frank Miller watch prices stand in terms of very niche pieces that are like the Dragon King or the Vanguard Dragon King designs, yeah, or the one that Thomas mentioned about the diamond case with the dragon. Yeah.
So coming in later, the post is this released by Jacob & Co. Brand released this dragon theme watch on the eve of China's most important festivity. This unique mystery Tobian twin dragons features not only one but two exquisitely crafted dragons slithering around a twin triple axis back to back flying tourbillon. Handcrafted in rose gold and lacquered by hand, the miniature dragon sculptures float around the stylized clouds. Abiding by the legend of dragons and depicted in perpetual pursuit of the Pearl of Wisdom, in this case represented by two large Jacob-cut spherical diamonds with 288 facets, the mysterious part of the watch's name corresponds to the hour and minute rings. The large dragon on the periphery chases the faceted diamond representing the minutes, while the dragon coiling around the tourbillon moves at a slow pace in its pursuit of the hours, also represented by a spherical diamond. Indicating the hours are 12 baguette-cut diamonds on the bezel. Adding to the spectacle of dragons moving at different paces around the dial is the horological complication dreamed up by Jacob & Co. That is, triple-axis flying tourbillons are not mounted separately, but placed back-to-back, which the brand claims is a world exclusive. Placed in a deep well at the center of the dial, the first axis performs a rotation in 60 seconds. The second axis is in 120 seconds, and the third in 120 seconds also. To accommodate everything, Jacob & Co. built a 50mm 18-carat rose gold case with a thickness of 25mm, so 50mm Y2K. So this one's for you. And since precious gemstones are a necessary part of the scenery and flanks of the case and lugs, have 192 baguette cut and hexagonal cut diamonds set in. The movement is a hand-wound J-cam 32 with 430 components and a 60-hour power reserve. And the price is on request, but I imagine it to be a lot. You can see it here.
Okay. When you showed me the watch from the top view, I was struggling to see how it was trying to be a dragon theme watch. I felt it looked like a Christmas theme watch. You know the Christmas ring, the Christmas.
I'll just try and show you this video. I'll try and make it a bit bigger and show you this video of it.
Oh, no worries, it's okay. Yeah. When you showed me the picture initially, I thought it was like, how is this a dragon watch? And I was like, it looked like a Christmas wreath, when you hang at your door. Okay. Indices, hours, minutes. I thought so. Yeah, I was trying to figure out, Thomas, how do we read the watch? Then I looked at those two little diamonds, or is it pearls? Then I'm like, yeah, I think those yeah, diamonds. Then I think they are the ones that I'll need to look at to tell time. So realistically, yes, this is a very showy watch. I would, yes, I would wear it. Yes, I would buy it if money was not an object. But I would say this is something kind of like a watch is in your face, kind of like with all the money and everything. But this is just it's really like a buffet of different things that what Jacob has done for this piece.
Yeah,
Credit is due. It's artistic for me. It's artistic.
absolutely. Credit's definitely due, but
with the diamonds, I'd be the big blinger and flasher of the room if I wore it already. It's a pretty piece.
yeah. So just one more to go, and then we're done.
No worries on that. And there are some pieces that I will also quickly share when Thomas is
This
done.
is the Swatch. So for a cheaper price of £190, you can opt for a Swatch. Swatch has introduced an entire collection of affordable tributes to the mighty dragon, inspired by neon lights of Asian cities. The collection symbolizes power, strength, and luck in 5 models, ranging in size from 34mm to 47mm. Base colors vary from the golden-plated steel of the Dragon in Motion, which is this one. The semi-transparent white of the Dragon in Cloud, which is this one. The black background of the Dragon in Wind, which is this one. And the blue of the Dragon in Waves, which is this one. And the golden plated steel of the Dragon in Gold model, which is this one, which would be your pick, I guess. All of the watches are resistant to 30 meters and are presented in a cube-shaped package, which neatly repeats the colors and designs of the watches within. So, yeah, a lot of different choices there from Swatch.
I had a strong feeling, that you might share Swatch, because truthfully, I haven't actually looked into Swatch for Chinese New Year, but I am not surprised that Swatch would do something like that, and I think it's very logical. But you are a little bit off in terms of the choice. I might go for the gold one. I might go for the centerpiece. The centerpiece is actually the nice one because it really has
one.
the dragon in motion, correct. So that one is one I go for because I find that in terms of tradition, the red and the gold, that goes very nice. The rest I feel are a little bit more, I wouldn't use the word tacky, it's not very fair, but I would say that they're sort of like a quiet taste. But this one at least has some sense of that royalty, the tradition of the red, the redness in it, the scarlet, the color contrast. I'm assuming this gold is also like gold plated, so it's not going to be too like
it's
bright.
not good. Not for $190. Not for £100. It's not gold plated. No.
Oh, okay, it's not. All right. So it's probably still gonna look a bit more spotty. Yeah. So it has a spotty look and not too expensive kind of feel to it. But I think that's what this is. Why I'm thinking that I'm a bit on the yes and no is compatibility of where and when you can wear this piece. This is like a Friday office afternoon watch, or a weekend watch. You wear it too, but it is loud as hell. I mean, the color and everything is just. Like, I should go and check out this watch on one of the days that I'll actually be going to Swatch. I should go take a look at this.
Yeah, it's nice. I quite like it.
It reminds me of the Louis Erard pieces because Louis Erard watches are also known to be a bit more artistic, and they use a lot of like scary looking pieces in terms of the watch face designs. So I think for Swatch, this is something that's more of a spotty feel. Yeah, actually the black one looks good too. The black one as well. Yeah. The Dragon in Motion, the black one looks good as well. Maybe the black one actually allows you to blend in quite well because of the black, the ease of mixing and matching with clothes and everything. Yeah, I think the black one might actually work very well. Yeah.
I mean, there's if you really don't want to watch and you just want a watch accessory, you can you can go for a wolf watch roll.
Oh yeah. Wolf watch.
299 pounds. It's got an embroidered black dragon with a red embroidered eye on it. So this is a Year of the Dragon, the Wolf Year of the Dragon watch roll. But you could buy a Swatch for less than this. It's
not bad.
It's got a secret compartment on the inside there where you can hide your lucky charms and things.
Oh, that is very cool. My goodness. That I didn't think about it, but that is ingenious.
But yeah. So that's about it for this show. Didn't know whether you wanted to show anything else.
Yes, I will just briefly show. Yeah, I'll briefly show some red colored theme watches for our viewers. A real quick one. Let me just locate it. Yeah, here we go.
If you can put them up quick, because we're really getting on.
Yep. So if you guys can see, this watch is Seiko's GMT silver stainless steel strap men's. This watch was just launched only. Jubilee style bracelet with red watch face, has a bit of sunburst effect in the reddish, and this is actually limited to globally 999 pieces. And yeah, in terms of this piece, let me just see if we can get some quick specs for you guys. 100 meters water resistance, 161 grams. I actually tried it on. It's not too bad, but I found it, to me, I was still kind of like, yeah, should I get it or should I not? The price is still on all right. It's about 533 Singapore dollars, maybe 600 Singapore dollars, with a 41-hour power reserve. So this is something for you guys that if you think about, like, you want to have some red theme watches, you want to be looking at, visiting your Chinese friends, and you want to celebrate Chinese New Year, you want something that's red, and you're wearing a red shirt, you want something very, very cool. This might be one piece. It's also a GMT, FYI. So the other one that I might want to share with you guys, let me see, is, where is it? Yeah. Can you guys see the Citizen?
No.
No? Okay, let me swap it out. Let me swap it out. Hang on. Let me swap it out real quick. Share screen. Citizen. Yeah. There is this one, okay? Another red theme watch in the affordable range for those of you who just want a red colored watch, okay? And you want something, yeah. Sorry?
Citizen Ciosa.
Oh, okay. So this is the Citizen Mechanic Automatic Red Dial, silver stainless steel. And this is another one that is actually one of the signature looks of Citizen. They've actually been creating these pieces for some time. They've actually got a nice range of colors. 50 meters water reserve with the case color of silver, stainless steel case, and it's only about 139 grams. So you can see here they have a very nice range of different colored pieces. Personally, if you like to be a bit more on the mature looking, and you can go for the one that's got the gold stainless steel look with the red face. Yeah, just thought you guys might want to look at something that's a bit different, and maybe if you want something that's a bit more on the affordable range and you want to have some ideas on getting your watches for Lunar New Year, that's one of these are few of the watches I can go for. But if you have any questions, just post them in the chats. Yeah.
Hi, Rich buddy. Good to see you. What he's saying, the watch prices have come down to such attractive levels. There's no excuse now to go give me a watch like the Patek or Elan son. I've got a palm dial the other month. Datejust palm dial, which I'm loving at the moment, and yeah, really enjoying that, Rich. Hope you're doing well.
Good to see you, Rich. Yeah.
I'm looking at vintage Rolex, no vintage Pateks now for myself.
That's
Steve McQueen.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, the 1655. Yeah. 1655 that I want, yeah. Anyway, guys, it's been a great show so far. So thanks to Y2K, thanks to JCB,
Abdul and
thanks to
JCB.
Abdul, and thanks to you, the audience, for joining us. It's been great.
Lovely viewers, thank you so much. And again, on behalf of all our panelists, we do wish you, if you do celebrate a Lunar New Year, a happy Lunar New Year in the year of the dragon.
Yeah, and don't forget to check out Lutrapetics Mark's channel, Abdul R Watches channel, Pocket Watch Times channel, and check out Rich Buddy's channel if he's going to be doing any streams. Yeah, check them out. Check them all out. Spread love and like and subscribe and comment, do all that good stuff. But for now, we'll have to get off and leave you guys. So we've been going for 2.5 hours now. So, yeah.
Take care, guys.
Everyone, and we'll see you soon. See you in the next one. Take care.